Hello, welcome to the live stream. We're going to be doing Space Engineer Day. I may pop back into our last, thing that we were doing, but I've started this world now. I don't remember if I actually started this on camera last time, but it's just a Mars standard start with a crash pad. I'm gonna head. By the way, I apologize for the audio. I'm not sure if I'm. The audio may. I don't think it's gonna be a problem, but there might be a doubling of the sound because I have a double input for the. Well, I have the main input and then I have my speakers on, which will create an inadvertent doubling if my speaker volume were too loud, which I don't think it is, but we'll see. And the reason for that is because my headphones are charging right now, and I just we may get enough charge to put them on later, but for now, figured I'd just do it this way. Okay, so I already built some stuff off camera, and the reason for that is because this early game in Space Engineers can be fairly tedious, but just to demonstrate kind of how to get started if you haven't played before, is what you want to do is you want to come down to the surface of whatever planet you happen to be on. You want to dig up a bunch of these rocks. I'm definitely going to get some sound doubling on those louder sound effects. But as you get these rocks, then you come over to your survival kit, which comes with your lander, and it's really one of the only ways to get started in the game. And you have this guy produce a bunch of ingots here, and these ingots then you can use to produce basic components. And then essentially you build your way up. You build your way up. In this case, I've built a basic refinery, a basic assembler. I've built a tower with a windmill, and a few solar panels. And then the thing with that you have to keep in mind, taking a look at the picture. So Mars has some atmosphere. Oh, actually we're getting the full KW now. Earlier we were not getting that, so I'm not sure what happened to make that happen, but each of these solar panels, boy, these are not, only one of these is really working well right now, but in any event, we have several sources of power, and we are charging up this battery, as you can see, currently storing 923 kilowatt hours, which should be more than enough to get us through a night when these solar panels stop working. Now, in theory, that wind turbine will continue to produce power as well. But the refinery, let's take a look at that. The refinery is going to continue to refine anything that it can, which will include the stone and magnesium and iron and scrap here, but it won't include the gold or silver. In order to do that, we're going to need a full-size refinery and a full-size assembler, and we will build those probably on this episode. That would explain why. So that one's getting near full power, and these guys are at just a bad angle right now, but they'll get more power as we go. Yeah, sorry, a little message there. So what we're going to do today, there's a few things. So I started building a drilling rig here, and so I guess we could work on that. That's the easiest thing to work on. I should have plenty of resources that I've done the tedious work of mining off camera. 6 motors and a thing. I was trying to make myself use the build planner. Build planner is a tool that you can use to make life a little easier when you're building components, but I think I've screwed up the thing now, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure how well it would allow me to jump back into using it, or I think I just need to manually finish out these parts. But what we're doing now, and this is something that I think a lot of people who play this game eventually come to realize, is that you can, because stone processes into iron, nickel, silicon, and is it one more? I think, well, grapple, of course. And because those are the most commonly needed items, the iron, silicon, and nickel, if you can automate or get a near automated drill system set up, you can actually do quite a bit to bring in resources without having to like go manually mine a whole bunch of stuff. And that is a huge aspect of automation that we want to explore in this playthrough, and we will be doing that. Now, just a real quick note, I've got several mods. One of them has these NPCs running around just randomly. Ooh, what's that? Is that oh, that's just a moon or something, or an asteroid. I think it's just a background. That is interesting, though. It really does move with the... See what I'm looking at there? That gray thing off in the distance? Is that a ship?
Energy low.
Well, I can't go too far. Kind of looks like it's a ship. It's kind of moving around like it's a ship. So anyway, I'm not going to go over there, but we do need to start thinking about, well, there's a lot we can think about, but let's do a little recharge on the old battery life here. Unfortunately, this lander fell askew, so I will be breaking this down when it becomes viable to do so. But there's no reason to break it down quite yet. We still have quite a bit of battery on this thing. Let me... Yeah, I guess it's 870 kilowatt hours. And it says it'll be depleted in 2 days, but I think that's a poor estimate. I think it'll be longer than that. Okay, so that's the piston. So what I'll leave that one intact. Okay, and then this is the advanced rotor. I need some steel plates. I'm just going to keep working on this drill rig, and then the hope is that we can get drilling, and that'll help us build the refinery, the coal refinery, which we won't need advanced refined materials for a little bit. So we'll go ahead and let's see, 10 large tubes. So what you can do, just to kind of... So I need 10 large tubes, right? So if I middle click, is it shift middle, control middle, alt middle? Okay, right click. You right click the thing you're building, and then you come over here and you middle click that. Oops, shift middle click it. Yes, shift middle click there. See, this is how you learn. You gotta figure it out. So I've got 3 on me. I need 10, so there's 8. All right. Unfortunately, and I probably need to go into the settings and update inventory, because I think I just did default. But I really could use a bigger inventory for some of this. Okay, so then that is connected. Now we have a couple of pistons, which we will extend once they're built. Okay, and then this one. 4 tubes, and so we're gonna, again, right click, and then shift middle click, and then once we'll give that a chance to build, but you can just regular little click, and then it'll take those specific components out. I'm trying to get used to this series of maneuvers to save myself time as I go here, and we need to right click that one and right click. These are the top piston parts. So shift And we'll let that build for a second. Get a little charge up here. Okay, and then let's grab these out of the cargo, and that'll give us some of what we need, probably not all. I'm not sure that we have enough inventory capacity for everything. That'll finish that one, and we need 5 more tubes, and easily enough there. Okay, so that is good. Now what we're going to do, my design here is, this is like the precursor part, so what we're basically doing with this rig is this will give us a 1-piston and a turnable rig that we can turn into various areas and drill down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to extend these 2 pistons now. So if I go over here and click on this, and we can go ahead and just put that into a position, and if we click on these together and share inertial tensor, I think that's something that a lot of people try to do. And so we're going to get both of these pistons fully extended, and then I'll turn them off. I'm going to leave this one right in place along with the rotor. This just gives me the extended position, which I can contract later to get myself more downward space. So while that's finishing, let's do a couple of. So I clicked that a few times. I'm not sure if it'll be smart enough to do several of those, or if it'll just do the one. But in any event, we're going to turn these 2 pistons down to 0. Well, I'll leave it at 0.1, and then we toggle those blocks off, actually. And we're going to do this the up group, and save that as the up group. Okay. Now, and you can see these wobble a little bit. That's just the nature of the physics of this game. But now what we're going to do is we're going to do a... I've been using these pipe-style conveyors, because why not? Because I haven't used them a lot in the past. But we'll go ahead and do that. Now I wonder if maybe, I was like thinking if I need to like do something to like give myself an option here. Maybe I should do a conveyor junction. So we'll look up junction. Do I even have? Yeah, I do. Okay. Oh, here, I'll use this one. I think that's the equivalent. Okay, so we'll go ahead and stick this guy here, and then yeah, this will give me all the different ones. Okay, and then we're gonna sorry, my cat just jumped up here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do about 7 or 8 of these like this. 4, 5, 6, and we're out of interior plates. Okay, so let's right click a bunch of these. Okay, and then we'll shift middle click into there, and that will begin producing a bunch of those. I think I'll try to go for a full 8. Could even put a piston up there if I wanted to, but I think I'm pressing my luck. I don't want to. We're getting a bit of a sandstorm. I wish that actually made a difference, like for the game. Like if it, well, I'm glad it doesn't rust my components or anything, but it would be cool if they could find a way to integrate that a little bit better into the game. I'm just going to take these ingots that we made earlier and throw them in here. Let's see, what are we lacking here? Are we lacking tons of silicon? It's mostly iron that we seem to be lacking. Let's just throw that in there. This cobalt takes forever to refine, so I'm just going to go ahead and move things around a little bit. Okay, so with that, and then we can go down here and take a look and see. We're getting some parts. So let me use these that we just got, these interior plates, and we'll continue this load out here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is quite a storm. This is an evening storm. I wonder if that's what actually happens on Mars is there are evening storms like this. Let's do another number 9 full junction, and then we will do about 6 or 7 pistons. This is what it's going to end up being. So that's 1. Come on. A little far. Name is glitching a little there. We're good now. 2, 3. This is just kind of get an idea of how far down we're going to be able to dig. 4. 5. I think that's about as many as I'm going to be able to fit. And then what we want to do, now theoretically what we want to do is have a, geez, that is one hell of a storm. I guess that's good for the wind power, but man. I'm glad it's not making this shake, rattle, and roll. So then the next thing to add would be a drill arm. We would ordinarily want to throw another rotor on this section here, but the problem with doing that, I think, is, well, actually we might be able to... Okay, and we're being attacked. Who's attacking me? Who's attacking? Oh god. What the hell? What is attacking me? Okay, it's that. Okay, well we're probably gonna die here. I just don't want my base to die. That's the main thing. I guess I can fly. Can they not shoot up? Well, this is definitely a new mod that I'm not used to. Okay, we're out of ammo, so that's not gonna work. Oh man, this is so cool. This is very immersive, but I'm also definitely under attack here, and the sandstorm does not help. I just really hope they don't destroy my base. I may need to turn down some settings or something, or, well, I guess we definitely need to start thinking about defense. I don't have any ability to defend myself right now, so... I'm just trying to lure them away from my base. I'm about at half health. I guess I could run up to them and saw them, but if they're over here messing with my base, I'll be very... Oh. Well, let's just... If I die, I die.
Your health is low.
Okay, we got it. Now there's no... Oh, okay, now we died. Okay, but hey, they had some good ammo on them, so that might be an upgrade that we could get into. And they're entering my building. Let me see if I can find my body. I did add a mod called Slow Backpack, so we'll see if that helps with finding my backpack here. We'll go ahead and let me just grab this gun. Character weapons. The gun right there. Okay. Where are they? The problem is I can't see hardly anything. Well, that did not go well. You know, that's one thing about this game that I will say, is it's kind of hard to manually combat things very easily because I only got 90 shots. Because, well, turrets are just so much more effective. I wonder if and there's the dog barking. Let me open this shit. Okay, well, that's so much for my survival crap. Yikes. I'm just, is there an option on this mod? No, probably not. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I'm just looking something up real quick. Just adjusting my camera there. Okay. Well, I think we're kind of screwed. So what we could do is we could quickly go into creative mode and put turret on. I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, here's... So the idea here is that I added this mod after I started the world, and now I'm in a position where I really feel like I can't progress because I added the mod in a way that I wasn't prepared for. But now that I know, well, what I could do, I have 2 options. One would be to there we go. Okay, just double checking that I'm streaming properly. Okay, so edit settings. So switch over to create. Yeah, we'll just do this real quick, and then load that up. And this should give us the ability to solve this little problem. Now, I will keep the damage to my lander. That seems like a legitimate development. And yeah, we'll keep that. And then sorry, I'm just checking my phone while it's loading up here. But once we get through, once I put a turret on, then I'll switch back to survival mode, and we will play on like nothing bad ever happened. And the turret, I've read a little bit about, so like the turret, apparently they've nerfed interior turrets quite a bit. So we may want to use a Gatling turret on a rotor or something besides a normal turret. We'll see. It's taking a minute to load here. Hopefully this will solve the problem going forward, though. I'm just making sure this thing is still charged. Okay, we are back in the world now, and I'm just going to put these headphones on. That should... Hello? Okay, is this on? Hello? Testing? Okay, I think I'm going to have to reshare the screen now with the changed audio. So let me stop sharing, and then we'll share screen audio share. Okay, let's see how that goes. Okay, yes, that's sound is back. Okay, so what we need to do, oh yeah, I hate this little message. So I think what I can probably just do is put a, I'll just do it here. We'll just go like this. Why aren't, what, okay, I was like, what the hell? We're just gonna do a little extended Ilio here. I wish I could get under there. I wish the game would do a little bit better job. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to put the turret right here. So if we go to turret, Gatling turret, let me just throw one of these on. Problem I'm concerned about is, it looks like it has a rotor on it. Okay. Okay, so that's all well and good. And then as far as ammo, how do I do the ammo thing? Is that Shift F10? Yeah. So if I spawn 10 of these guys, and then oops, okay, and then I can go in here and throw that in there. Okay, very good. And then okay, let's just use the opportunity to get my body, all my stuff back. Okay. So that, this could damage my base still, but at least it gives me a point of defense that I can work with. So let's just do that, and we'll save, and then we'll exit to main menu and go back to survival mode. Alright, normally I don't like to do this kind of stuff. Normally, obviously, spawning in, that's fine, we'll just risk it. Normally, this clearly that would be cheating, but again, under the circumstances, I think it makes sense. So we'll go with it. And yeah. Really not ready for this weekend to be over. I wish every day was the weekend, I don't really think humans were supposed to work like we do, It's not that we are not supposed to do work, obviously we need to survive, but, well, anyway, I think that, oh, wow, I've been sitting here talking and this fucker hasn't even been loading, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, now it's loading. So yeah, I don't think humans were supposed to be driven to these sort of sterile jobs that we have, where all we do is, the tasks of some person who lords over us, In any event, what is this? Try that out. I'm gonna pull up something. I pulled something. Nah, we're good. Okay, so we're back, and that actually loaded a lot more quickly this time. Okay, so hopefully we will figure out if we're being attacked better this time around. We're at 1% in the hydrogen there, so I've got to do something about that. Let's get rid of all these generic tools. We have a set of upgraded tools. This is better. Okay, so there we go. Alright, so now we need to clean up this mess. I guess we should probably just go ahead and accept that we need to tear this down. I hate to do that though. Can I repair it? No. I don't have any medical components to repair this, so that's gonna be a problem. So the first thing I see us doing is building a recharging, like a chair or something. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna have to build like just a chair to literally sit in. Man, this actually did a little bit more damage to my base than I anticipated. Hey, the storm's gone at least. Well, let's just start scrapping this, because the only thing of value left on this is my O2H2 generator, which we absolutely actually still need very much intact. So I think that needs to be our next priority for building, actually. Something to recharge, and then an O2H2 generator. So let's do a chair. Chair is just an easy way to reach. Okay, we apparently don't have chairs unlocked yet. How do we unlock a chair? Chair. Do we need to build a interior wall? Okay, well, I guess we can do that. I think it's just weird that that's what you have to do to unlock. Need interior plates. Okay, fine. And interior plates is really just what we need. Let's just make 100. Oh, there's a lot of things in the production queue. Yeah, we're lacking in metal right now. Oh boy, we may need to go do some mining. Okay, well, I guess we can just scrap some things and see what we can get from this. I was hoping to use some of this, actually. Is that the battery? Yes. So we're not going to scrap the battery or the O2H2 generator. Where's something that's going to have... That's a timer block. Oh, that has interior plates. Okay. The hydro thruster is not going to have interior plates, but this conveyor will. Okay, and that actually unlocked that passenger seat.
Inventory full.
Alright, so what we're going to do is try to get as much of this built as possible. And that unlocks a bunch of stuff. So now we can dump all this stuff. Oops. And we can actually delete this, because we built enough of it. Okay, so actually I saw that was called passenger. Oh, toilet seat. I wonder if that would recharge our stuff. Chairless desk corner, chairless desk. No. Well, let's try this. This is cosmetic. I need interior plates on that. Structural components, motor, that thing. Large tube, one large tube. Yes. Okay. Okay, we have a toilet seat. Now can we sit on it? Yes, and we are charging. As weird as that sounds, we are actually charging our energy, and that's what we wanted. Come on, game. Lag. Okay. So we've got that situation figured out, but now the next thing to figure out is the O2H2 generator. At least we can build it. So ideally, I'd put it somewhere, useful, but I think I'm gonna have to put it like right up here or something. So that needs steel plates. And that will connect up there. So we'll go with that. Okay, fine. We need 2 large tubes. And 5 computers. I know I am supposed to be using the build planner, but obviously that didn't pan out so well. Okay, now we have that built. Okay. And that actually unlocks some blocks, so that's good. Okay, so now we can grab the base out of here. Oh. not much that turns out, but actually if we put it in this thing, it should auto go to the place it's needed. And now we can actually fully scrap this ugly monstrosity, including the battery, because we now have a base sufficient to survive. As much of that as possible, okay. Then we can resume what we were doing before we were rudely attacked. Okay, now we're rolling. Thought we had some material in there. Interesting. Forgot about that. I really wonder about maybe building a better grinder. I don't think I have the ability to do that yet, though. Nope. I have to get a full assembler, which shouldn't be a problem in a bit, but it is a problem now. Sometimes I wonder why I leave progression turned on. It's mostly just annoying. It's crazy that you can build, pistons before you can build chair to sit in, But the good news is the progression stuff is mostly done now. I'm sure there's some aspects to it that aren't complete, but anything that I need to progress on, I have the ability to build quickly, and so there's no real lockout positions anymore, I don't think. So that's, I don't know what that was. Is that uranium? Stone, I guess. The gravel. Okay, communications. Actually, I need to mark my thing on the map before there's a beacon. Okay. That fell on the hole we had made. But we are nearly done tearing this thing down. Glad we built that toilet when we did. So these are pretty much just steel plates at this point. Okay, very well. So let's put all this stuff away. Did this get damaged? No. Shocked that that did not get damaged. Okay, let's hop on the toilet here. Fortunately, unlike a med bay or something, this does not charge up our O2, H2 supply. So that's something we'll still have to do, manually. Let me just turning on a little thing on my phone. Okay, so that's good on the charge there, and we'll finish taking this out. Oh, we do have a motor over here, an engine. So that is basically going to do it for Alright, and we are almost done finally with this task. It's very tedious, but thank God it is done. Okay, we'll just finish by grabbing those. Did we turn our light off? I don't remember doing that. Okay. So, I guess we might as well start putting components into these things to the extent that we can.
So today we're going to talk about the Gaia satellite, how it works, and what it's revealed about our galaxy so far. First, I'd like to thank Magellan for being a very kind
Okay, so we're gonna grab
Magellan is a documentary
a
stream
bunch of those, some of those, and we really need interior plates. So it looks like we just need to,
Is anyone out there? Which talks about the search for
we definitely need to go get more material, and I think it's iron that we're lacking. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to do at least one manual. Is that gonna pull? Yeah, it's pulled. Okay. So I'm just gonna do one manual iron trip. Oh shoot, I gotta. Okay, no, it's we kept the GPS there. Okay, very good. I know that over here in this close patch of ice, there's an iron holder. Yeah, so we're just gonna grab some of this iron down here. A little extra stone couldn't hurt either. A little, silicon nickel added to the mix. Okay, and there is a base. I don't know if that's like a safe zone base or what, but we may at some point be going there. It's weird that it just showed up on my map now. Okay, so then, let's see, refinery, so that gives us, yeah, we'll keep that in this order, perfect. Okay, and that should give us a bit of a jump start on our interior plates there, and then I'll just do one more load of this.
Inventory full.
Okay.
Such measurements from the ground is ultimately limited by the atmosphere and swarming starlight.
And the bigger this base gets, the easier it is to track down when needed.
From its perch in geostationary orbit, Hipparchus measured the positions, distances, and
I'm just gonna grab a few of these steel plates, and we're gonna finish pairing up these platforms.
by surveying 1.8 billion stars. And it can measure each star's position down to an accuracy of 1/100th of an arc second. That's the apparent width of a single human hair, as seen from 1,000 kilometers away. That orbits the sun at the
Okay, so we're in good shape now. Did I hear it?
Gravitational stable point that gives Gaia an
Thought I heard.
unobstructed view of the entire sky while maintaining
Thought we were under
a
attack.
steady line of sight.
I think we're good. Okay.
As it orbits the sun, Gaia detects
Yeah, that thing is definitely moving, so it's not like a stationary base. Okay, so
this is the same reason your finger appears to shift back and forth in position
to add
as you
build planner, I need to
one eye
pull.
or the other. If none of the stars parallax,
I need interior plates.
baselines
What are we building still? We're building all this? Okay, we do have some interior plates on the way, but not very many.
Earth's orbit around the sun, and the distance from the sun to the star itself. Thanks to its high precision measurements, Gaia can detect parallaxes of stars all the way out to about
Well,
9
That'll at least give us something to start
That's roughly 30
building in.
light years, enough to map all of the stars from the solar system to the galactic center. Knowing the distances to stars is essential for understanding their own properties. For example,
And that one's done.
where a star's
I do need a better welder, and I could actually build a better welder anytime. Need more interior plates, small tubes.
brightnesses of stars extremely accurate using another technique called photometry. Gaia makes 2 photometric measurements for each star in blue and red color bands. The difference in brightness between these 2 bands reveals the star's color.
Okay.
Helps us
We're making progress in this pipe network. Yep, more interior plates, so we'll let that continue working. In the meantime, I think I will go ahead and put the advanced rotor in, if we can squeeze it in before the drill, perhaps. Maybe. This is very questionable. That's what I was worried about.
Sequence to become red giants. And as long as
It's actually really close.
it's
Quite close indeed. I think it's close enough that I'm gonna stick with this plan, and we're just gonna dig manually. We need the material. We could use the materials anyway. You really don't want this to be the what your drill rig boils down to, is having a big room for your drill. And if I were any further away than I actually am from it working, I would absolutely be not digging for this. I would be revamping, and I would add well, I would take out a piston or something to make room for the drill head. But I think that actually might be feasible. Let me checking. No, we're not quite there yet. Not quite there yet. It's hard to get a good view of this, but yeah, you can see that I'm just barely not clear on the bottom here. Alright, well, at least be able to put these stones over here. I need to recharge. Let me take another round on the toilet. Strange as that sounds.
The answer has to do with its design and its motion. Rather than observe stars individually,
okay, so... And we don't have the ability to restore health right now either, so... Can't wait to build an actual refinery, refine some silver, and make some medical components, because then we can have a full-blown station down here. But in the meantime, we are getting close to having our drill rig, which is, you know, the reason we do the drill rig now is because it's going to save on time later in terms of, like, oh, look at that. That's SEMS, buying ingots, selling carts. Interesting. I would love to visit, but yeah, I really should try to finish what I'm doing here first. Okay, so how are we doing? That looks good. That looks like a big old crater. Oh, you know what? It'd probably be helpful if I actually had what I need to build this thing to test out if I can build it. Alright, let's try that. Maybe that's been the problem for a while now. Yep. Okay. So that's gonna do it then. So I'm gonna start with one, but eventually we're gonna build this out wider. So let's grab some stuff here. Alright, let's see how much of this we can build. I need to learn the shortcuts to, like, figure out what I need to take out of the build planner. Oh, and I should have done this when I was reloading everything. But I really do need to, what was I saying? I need to, up my character inventory as well. We need construction components and motors. Let's start with that. Alright, let's try that. Actually, this is coming along nicely. Okay, more construction components. Probably do with 100 more.
disk recesses over time. This is faster.
Oh, we haven't been attacked
This suggests that
lately. Knock on. I would, but I'm gonna have to say knock on carbon fiber or whatever this material is supposed to be.
What's strong contender is the Sagittarius galaxy. This fourth galaxy appears to have plunged into the disk several times in the past. Each collision, stars of Sagittarius are stripped down and added to the Milky Way. In other words, the Milky Way is a black hole. It builds itself up out of mergers with many small galaxies.
Okay,
Each merger
so that does it for the conveyor section of this rig. And now we can go ahead and start the pistons here. We will need a number of large tubes, some computers. Okay, so let's grab some large tubes, I guess. We'll just do 15. These suckers are heavy. Alright, so we can do that one.
Undulates about 500 light years above and below the disk. Our sun is just 500 light years from the nearest planet.
Okay, that should help, and then we'll go with, we do need some steel plates. A few more of those. Motors, I think. Oh, we'll see.
This particular galactic wave suggests that our sun,
Computers, that's right.
and ourselves, they have our collective existence. Sagittarius.
Alright, that should help. Okay.
The galactic disk features large spiral arms that emerge from the central bar. Stars behind the elongated orbits. While the bar has long been known to us, it's a differential structure for the first time. It's
Good.
not a clear galaxy particle. Perhaps it's a permanent fixture in our galaxy and was always there since the beginning.
Need more large tubes for that.
But as one end becomes available, more stars will be added to this map.
These little transitional points need large tubes. Although I guess they function without them, so it looks like.
Fuel low.
Yeah. Okay, we're about to fall out of the sky.
Energy low.
Okay, so we need to recharge our battery.
Fuel critical.
Taking a closer look at the Large Magellanic Cloud, for example, we see the overall rotation of this galaxy. When we crank up the brightness of the most luminous stars, a Magellanic ridge between
Okay,
the
and
Critical.
and we see the motions of these stars
grab
over the
that.
next 10
Back. Okay, very good.
All of these motions
And let's grab a few of these and let's resume work. We are so close, guys, to having this functional.
Are still taking place today. There's one big merger coming up in a few billion years. We can't drop it.
Need more large tubes on that one, and large tubes on that one. I assume large tubes on this connecting, and we just need a whole bunch of large tubes, and I don't know what all we need for that. I mean, construction components and stuff for that one. So let's grab large tubes and get rid of those.
Close found diatracts more than 14,000 asteroids. Most of these are previously known objects, but Gaia discovered several new asteroids.
So let's resume here. I think that's where we left off, because we had that one complete. Yep. So then this one, and then this little thing. And this one that will be done. And then that one is, we need a few more tubes and a few large steel plates. Alright, steel plates and large tubes.
Gaia began science operations in July 2014. It's a mission to issue a series of data releases. Each data release factors
More steel plates.
objects that were missing previously are added to
And okay, we need some motors.
the global pandemic really slowed down the Gaia team's momentum, so the December data release is officially called Early observers, reslices measurements, and
Okay, and now we're on to the advanced rotor, and we actually have all the parts for that, amazingly.
what the guy has already shown us is just how massive
Okay, and then we need to build that up. We need 9 more large tubes, and then for this, we need a bunch of steel plates and large tubes as well. So let's just get as many of those we can carry, and we'll just keep doing that. Okay, so we need 1 construction component, a bunch of steel plates.
Jeremy Nicole, Kelsey Collar, John Schaefer, Dr. Shepard, and Paolo Tizero. I'd also like to thank Anna and Travis Grant for their intergalactic support, and Mike Dallin, Stephen J. Morgan, and Morris.
Alright, let's grab one of those. Whatever, that's fine.
Please check out
Okay, and I think we're really close now. Yes, that should be good to build this rig all the way. Alright. And did this get done? Yes, it did. Okay, so that is good to go. So we could start the drill up now if we want to. And that will, even at this distance, get a little bit of payout. But why don't we extend one of these pistons very slowly. So I'm just going to do this one, and we're just going to go 0.1 and let that happen. Now this is sort of a manual control. We may change that to more of a automated control once we get some material here, but this is probably enough to really get started with what we're trying to do here. Now and we do need to build a lot more storage, because as you can see, this number is just going to keep going up, and with the modest rig that we have set up so far, it's going to be this is going to grow really quickly, and it might grow more quickly than we can handle it. So what we need to probably consider doing is putting a big storage container somewhere. What I might do is I might just go out a couple here. Let me just use a traditional conveyor junction, yes. And then I'll do a large container. Small, medium, large. Okay. So we'll start with number 9, and we'll just do that and do that. Okay, we are having issues here, so let's, oh boy. Let's turn off this piston. Let's turn off. Okay, hey buddy. Okay. Okay, we need to turn that off right now before it breaks. So we're going to turn the drill. Where's the drill? Toggle that off, and then the piston. I need to find the one that's at 1. It's probably like that one. Okay, it's that one. Oh no, that one's off. Sure, I'll just toggle those off. Okay, and then how do I need you to stop? Please stop. Please. Oh god. Yeah, this could have been. It's a bit of a design flaw on my end. Okay, so this is the piston. Let's retract it. Come on. Oh, it's hard to target this. Okay, there we go. It's this piston here. Okay. So first of all, let's withdraw that. I'll that block on.
Very nice to be with you, Chris.
And we're gonna bring it back up.
Thanks so much for coming by and spending some time.
Wow.
Currently working on, as I said in my intro.
Okay, it is coming up.
That's never been
Energy low.
So that should at least protect the drill. Is this damaged? No. Shockingly, it's not damaged. Once this finishes retracting, we're definitely gonna have to do share inertial tensor on that. And wow, why that's weird. I wonder if it has to do with how heavy it got. Okay, did that damage it? Please stop. No, it didn't damage it. Okay, it is fully retracted now. So let's go to the piston. So we have control panel. We have the oh shoot. Okay, well, they're being attacked. And fortunately, those things are so far away that we're not getting good outcome there. Please don't shoot our base. Oh god. Well, so much for the turret. Shit. Yeah, we may need to adjust the settings there. These targets seem to be easier to hit.
Your health is
Well, I somehow managed to fight that off, I think. And this is still bouncing around, that's great. Is that all of them? I hope that's all of them, for God's sakes. Okay, so what we're gonna do... Okay, that piston seems to have broken. Let's see if that helps. Yes, that helps a lot. Somehow one of our pistons is now considered incomplete. Not entirely sure what happened there, but maybe it got damaged in the fight, or maybe it got damaged in the all bouncing around. But either way, we will have to repair that at some point. Oh, it's this one. This got shot, I think. Large tube, okay. I do need to medically fix myself up. That should take care of that. So we need to build, we probably need to build like a fighter or something. We'll see. Just recharging here, and of course I need to also figure out how to heal myself. I might have med kits in my inventory, we'll see. So we do have these, where are these? Power kits, damn, okay. We build a med kit? No, but we could build medical components if we had a frickin' full refinery to build the silver ingots. Well, I guess we could get to work on that. Hey, at least we got some ammo back. Okay, well, we might as well start building the refinery. Okay, so the refinery I think we're just going to put right down here. So we should be able to build, okay, and actually we can do an industrial refinery, which looks really cool. Yeah, let's try this one. This is such a good looking block. I love it. So I think we just build it. I'm trying to think where the mods are going to be. Okay, so they're going to be on the back a bit like that. And I probably want to go ahead and put it kind of facing this way. So maybe like right on top of this little thing.
Current state of the art, and then so you mentioned Keck earlier.
That'll work.
That's proposed 36.
I'm going to put the refinery there, and that gives me a little option to play with the staircase, gives me the ability to put the mods on the back and everything, so that should be fine. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click that, and then shift middle click that, and then we'll start building what we can.
Particular configuration.
20 grids, okay. Oh, it's going to build them, okay.
Segments that make it
Construction components. Well,
every edge that we have, every gap that we have.
and I suppose what we should probably also, well, I was going to say we should put the tubes in, but I don't quite remember which ones the ports go from, so we'll probably have to wait on that. Probably turn this back on now. We're going to need the components. I'm going to call these down pistons. Yeah, I know my health is critical. I don't have the ability to do anything about that. Okay, so I'm going to just... I'm going to go on the down pistons, and we're going to change our velocity here to...
Press the light from the star and pick up this very faint planet. That huge contrast.
I guess we'll just do 0.1. I was like, is that working? Yes, it is. Okay.
We feel that this approach will give us advantages. So you're, let me see. I got an old chat from a previous stream. So we're taking a look at your slides right now. This is.
All right, so we'll let that get us some resources there. And in the meantime, I think I will go ahead and see how we're coming along on the refinery components. So let's take a look at that. That is going nice and slow. I appreciate that. Right. I don't think I need that computer, but whatever. No, I didn't. We definitely need some more steel tubes, large ones. Okay, the tubes are in. We need 18 more construction components.
So all of those segments are identical.
Okay, so what I need to do is I need to take this. I need to throw it up into the refinery, but I apparently am having trouble getting it over there. I'm not sure if there's an issue or what, but think we have enough in the drill now to
But the idea here is
justify reversing.
telescope. Right?
So let's
Instrument
get this control panel here.
glass.
And let's go to the down pistons and we'll go back to -1. Alright, and we'll let that continue to play out. Boy, did this get damaged? Or is it just not windy? I think it's just not windy. Okay, well, while that's happening, let's inspect these two. That's all green. That's green. Steel plate to fix that one. I think we need to repair some of these. I don't know why this wouldn't go into our refinery. Okay, so we know we need one steel plate there. So that's 95 and it's above the functioning line. Same, that one looks good. Those are all green. I'm not really sure what the, oh, here. Okay, it was the advanced rotor. Okay. So we need to fix that. So what we'll do for now is just as much as possible grab this stone out of there.
First, I'm seeing a few comments coming in, and thank you very much. And as always, I'm behind the scenes trying to make sure I can keep everything running and understand and not screw things up too good.
Alright, let's see if I can get this fixed. I don't know if that got shot or if it got damaged during all that gyration. And this should be enough to get it functional again. Excellent. Perfect. Okay, so with that, that rock should now be able to freely flow back into the system. And in fact, yes, it is doing so. Okay, so that should empower us to continue our construction of the thing. I think we needed 22 of these, or maybe 18, whatever. Okay, now we need 12 grids and a whole bunch of steel plates, and that's it. Okay, now our storage is full as well. That's okay. This will empty out. And we'll do another drill once we can justify it, but in the meantime, let's turn the drill off.
Critical.
I know. Okay, so then let's do a refresh on the old oxygen and hydro. And then, let's see. How are we doing on, okay, so we're making these metal grids now. I mean, this is going to take a while, but we need 6 more grids and, you know, upwards of 1,000 more metal plates. Could go track that down, but kind of not anxious to leave the area. I am very concerned about more attacks. I might turn that mod off. Not really sure what to do with that.
Okay, so it's interesting because I know that we're talking about adaptive optics as a way of overcoming the distortions due to the
Did I hear?
What I wanted to
Okay.
point it out was that it's interesting. Here's Frank Kenny's comment. Interesting that GFP is about so optic systems are both primary.
Maybe having. Am I having power issues? Let me check. No, I'm not having. Well, in theory, I'm not having power issues. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing.
Here's where the adaptive optics package comes into play. That corrects the distortions in the atmosphere.
May want to build another hydro bottle at some point too.
But the rationale was there
Probably want to open up my inventory first, though. This material plants, okay. That's special font.
Adaptive optics.
Okay. Well, we can definitely use these plates. Alright. Alright, and we're back, and I guess we might as well put these directly into my refinery. 450, so we're like, you know, almost halfway done with that big one. You know, this is always a point of when things kind of slow down a little bit. I guess, like, well, no, I was going to say I could use my survival kit from my other device to... oh, fuck, we actually lost our windmill there, didn't we? Wow. When did that happen? Is that just in the middle of the attack, or what? Well, I guess I could build a new one. I actually think we're having power issues, at least power distribution issues. Well, I think I might do some of this off camera. I think I might end the stream for now. We'll resume this at some point. We'll probably try to go ahead and figure out the deal with the mod with the tax. So, if you've been watching, thank you. We'll join it here next time on Space Engineers.